Oh, sorry about that. I was watching some VX footage. All right, we're back. Second episode, November. Here we go. Hopefully y'all came back and you're not too angry with my opinions on VX footage and VX cameras nowadays. But don't worry, there are lots of VX clips, almost only VX clips in this entire episode. Lots of lines. Actually, I think almost everything in here is a line. So every VX fan out there will get their fill of that nice 4x3 standard definition VX footage on a fisheye. All right, let's go. First spot, Arc de Triomphe. Super steep banks, kind of reminds me of like LA High minus the brick. They have a very similar piece of architecture that is in Paris, and maybe it's called Arc de Triomphe in Paris. I know that I like architecture and I like looking at it and seeing it in videos and incorporating it, but I'm not too versed on the names of things. I just know that there's a similar version of this in Paris. So the next spot now, we call it Woodbench Alley. I don't know why it's not in an alley. That was for some reason what we called it, Woodbench Alley.
Hey, you missed it.
How did I miss that one?
I don't know.
And there was these awesome hardwood benches that grinded so well, almost like a metal, but didn't sound like metal. Super good ground, and it was like right there central, right near the Columbus statue.
Use. He thinks I like going back and forth here.
Another tourist area where you take this gondola from this point to a different point in Barcelona. You kind of see the cables above.
Fuck, you see that?
Yeah,
I was on two wheels. Dude, you do my back one. It's already grinded into fucking position.
And we got this thing going on here with Shiloh where his trucks were too tight. So he's loosening up his trucks right here.
Hope my that doesn't fall off now.
Oh!
Alright, let's see how that works.
Oh, loosey-goosey.
Loosey-goosey. You got Omar here, you know, rubbing his back, doing whatever it takes to keep Shiloh stoked to get this line.
Loosey-goosey.
Try to get him to do this shit. Oh, I spit on your lens, I think. Yeah. Woo!
But you got Omar here hopping onto the back of the bus. You know, nowadays that probably wouldn't fly. Who knows what would happen.
What do you think Omar's singing right now?
What he's saying?
What he's singing in his iPod?
I guarantee it's probably Nirvana.
Or?
Jimi Hendrix.
We knew each other so well, and
It's Jimi Hendrix.
Omar!
we hung out so much that he's like, oh, he's listening to Jimi Hendrix.
What are you listening to?
So Omar comes over.
What are you listening to in your iPod?
Jimmy?
What is it?
Jimmy? Jimi Hendrix?
We knew it. We both knew it.
I didn't know he was going to switch it up. He would do that a lot. He would just randomly switch up the line.
Just don't know how to. Music, sweet music. Depression. My trouble seems so far away.
Alright. Totally changed it up.
That was so sick.
Nothing like getting a clip, getting a line to make the whole crew happy.
Ow! Yeah! I knew that was gonna be it too.
Let's see it though.
How many
Dude.
changes?
That was
Like
fucking
5.
so good.
Dude, I'm so excited, dude.
Shut
I got ADD.
up, man.
I got Omar's disease.
ADD, Omar's disease.
Woo! Yeah!
And that was something that was so infectious about skating, is that your friends could make something and it almost made you feel like you made something.
All right.
I thought being in front was this really cool view to watch skating. It's a hard shot to get, to film from in front of someone. But I knew the problem would be that I would be looking at Kyle kind of backwards, and then I wouldn't know where I was going on that skinny stair. The one he makes, I actually end up hitting like the stair and grinding the stair and then falling. He rolled away far enough and it was fine, so we didn't have to redo it. I preferred having practice. So like if the skater took 30 minutes or something, like that was fine, because that would give me the time to understand A, how did I want to film it? B, you know, what angle did I want? Maybe I didn't like that angle, or just how to get better. Like I need practice to get better, to like learn how I was going to do something.
1, 2, 3.
That's a clip where I'm stoked on the way I shot it. Usually, not so much. Yeah, we're back here at Mullins Del Rey. Nothing really happens here. Kind of funny scene of Omar probably telling Kyle to follow him, you know, like jump over this and go down the bank with me. He tries his nose blunt to something and then, you know, hits his chest, and then his board almost smacks him in the head.
Yes, yes.
So a lot of these spots are named after the metro stops, or at least that's how I knew of them. So this spot's called Ruby, I believe that's what it's called in the metro. Barcelona has this amazing metro system. I grew up in Los Angeles, never took the metro ever. And I go to Barcelona, and within a couple days, you start realizing like, oh, how easy it is to go from this place to this place to this place. There's like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 different color lines. Literally like each place would have a spot at them, like a skate spot. And so I think when I went the first time, I realized that's how it worked with the metro. And then by the second time, I was starting to treat the metro kind of like I'd treat like a spot book. So I started to write them down in my book. Ruby has X, Y, and Z spots. This is pre-iPhone, pre-smartphone. So dropping a pin at a location wasn't a thing back then. So it was all happening like pen to paper back then. Yeah, that was just a really cool part about Barcelona. It felt like I was being gifted an entire new city that not many people, you know, could go to at what felt like the beginning of a big boom in a skate city. Shier, I mean, talk about a person who went to Barcelona first. I feel like Paul Shier, Kenny Reed, Kenny Hughes, Justin Strubing, Oliver Barton, those skaters were definitely, from what I remember, the pioneers of Barcelona. At least that's what I thought.
All right, Shaky B.
Did a toe drag on the bank though?
Por favor.
No, yo no me muevo de aquí.
¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no?
Porque no me da la gana. Pues que te lo voy a decir de otra manera.
Mira, por favor.
No.
Omar was our translator in a sense. Like when Omar would come with us, like he spoke Spanish. I never knew what he was saying really. He could talk to everyone, and I know that the dialect is different, but he's arguing with this guy right here about trying to skate the spot.
Quiero
¿Cien?
estar tranquilo en casa.
¿Esto es tu casa? ¿Tú vives aquí? Ah, perdón, ya, perdón. ¿Esto es tu casa?
Claro.
¿Tu casa aquí? ¿Tú vives aquí?
Sí, 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 sí. Sí.
The guy didn't want to move. And then Oliver,
No, yo estoy aquí. Todos los golpes que dais aquí.
you know, like I said, Oliver lived there, so he was seeing that he needed to learn Spanish if he was going to be bringing teams of skaters to Spain. Like, he at least needed to know the basics to help us talk to people like this.
Vaya, quiere subirse a romperse los morros.
He says he wants to get up so he can break his hip.
Oye, qué cámara de cine.
How far out are you before you carve into the bench? Or are you like right near it? Okay.
Omar skated this spot very unique, and he went over this long bench. It might not seem long, but it was pretty long. And then he tail slides over this can, and then I blow it, which, like I said, happens so much. It's more often than not that I'm not happy with the way something looked.
Hey, how come it slide?
I don't know how my board ended up going into the frame.
Fuck, my board went
I
rolling.
remember editing this and just like even trying to figure out how I could somehow use the wood or use the asphalt as like a mask to like mask my board out. And I might have even done that in the video. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and watch it right now, but I remember like things like that to me back then felt like the end of the world. Like I really blew it.
Yeah.
Not sure what these colors are from. They're on my VX 2000. It looks like some sort of scene from Punch Drunk Love. Luckily, it didn't ruin any of the clips, and I never really found out why this was happening. I probably just sent the camera in once I got back home. I think in my logbook, this spot's called like Pyramid Up Ledge. I was in that same outfit. This episode's on 2 different tapes, so I probably just wore the same thing a couple times.
Yeah.
But damn, look at that line. That backside flip was so good. And then this Varial Hill over this channel. This was the same day as that line.
Oh! I believe he just did that. This guy, I believe you hear some shoving in the guy.
And you can hear Shiloh like saying like, "Whoa, I can't believe you just did that." It was a shocker. Like that was a really hard trick.
That was
So, dude, that was a crazy landing, dude. Oh my gosh. Burial Hill?
That's fucking sick.
Does it go like that way, flipping?
For us, we'd be going this way, front side.
Omar. iPods. Just thinking about that, you know, when this is, iPods.
Oh my god, that was fucking buttery.
Damn, Varial Hill, so good. We're gonna cut it here after this Varial Hill flip. There's a few things I forgot to mention in the last episode when I was talking shit on the VX. I kept mentioning that it was the right tool for the job back then. The right tool for the job in the right person's hands can make me forget about what I am watching. One that comes to mind is that lens video from Japan. Whoever shot it, it looked awesome. Like his cuts, how close he is, the music, Colin Reed, Spirit Quest. I don't care watching VX footage at all. It's because the way they're using the tool makes me forget what I'm watching. I didn't want those people who made those videos to think that I think their videos suck because I think a VX sucks right now. No, that's not the case at all. Some other reasons why I wanted to leave a VX. The first one is it's a baked in look. You're stuck with that look. There isn't much latitude in exposure and in color. Logging the footage, although it was really fun to write things out, I mean, you're like literally fast forwarding through 60 minutes every single time. That imposes glitches, and then that imposes syncing issues. I mean, I had so many syncing issues just in this episode. I would say 80% of the clips didn't come in synced. Those are the main reasons I have written down for why I left standard definition. Like, I've used a lot of different cameras. I've used them because it's been like a game or a challenge to see if I can make the viewer forget that they're watching something different other than a VX. I only bring that up because, you know, back when I was making TransWorld videos, when John Hall and I were making TransWorld videos, you were thinking people were going to watch them on a nice TV, CRT. You're going to watch them on a big TV, a flat screen maybe. I don't know if they're even flat screens then. We never thought about someone watching these videos like on a phone. So does VX look good on an iPhone? iPhones are awesome for watching stuff. But you start projecting VX onto a larger TV and you start seeing all of the problems or all of the issues that make the quality look shittier. Because let's face it, the quality isn't there. Another question, does your iPhone have a crack in it? Is your iPhone smudged? Is your iPhone dirty? That's not how the filmer was intending for people to view their footage and view their video. This takes me into like saying, you know, like VX till I die, or VX is the best for skating. The colors, the feel. That's an opinion. That's their opinion. They're not wrong. But I can't help but think, wow, you've literally just put your vision into a box. So what I'd like the viewer, you, to take away from what I'm trying to say is my goal for any project I'm working on is to make the viewer forget what they're watching it on. So if they're watching it on a VX and it's Spirit Quest, I'm going to forget, because his whole idea and his vision and whatever he was thinking when he was shooting his stuff goes way beyond that camera. Wow. If you're still here listening, congratulations. All right. That was it for this episode. I'll see you on the next one.
Oh my God, that was buttery.